Yes, Reds, we are back, and so is the Premier League for the Reds. It's been a while, shitty international break to get through. But yeah, before we do a morning show, something different, bit of a breakfast show for you guys. Obviously, we ain't been live recently, but Ben, you're back. How you doing,
Back.
mate?
We're back, lads. It's about time. Been busy, been going to match and what have you. Looking forward to it. Great start from the Reds, 3-3. International breaks came in, and lads, Liverpool are going to have Alexander Isak involved today.
Yeah,
What more can you be fucking happy about?
I want to get your take a little bit on that because obviously you was away when the old transfer window was closing and stuff. But
When you were folding, you mean?
oh mate, that last couple the build up from after the Newcastle game to the deadline day, I was like, oh, it ain't happening, it ain't happening. And then obviously it happened, and I fell asleep when it happened. But yeah, what do you make of that whole last day saga with Liverpool and the transfer window?
Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. I knew the fucking deal would get done with Isak. It was all done behind the scenes. You could see, Rick, wasn't it? It was just like bang, done deal. No fucking bids. People were going on, John. We just put the bid in, and Liverpool knew what they were doing. They were just told to sit tight. Liverpool. They obviously wanted to get that kid in through the door, didn't they? Walter Marder, who scored yesterday for them, looks all right. To be fair, he's obviously got a bit of pressure going in for them. But yeah, Liverpool. Just what a window. Unfortunate at the end with Mark Gay. Mark Gay will happen. But yeah, the business Liverpool have done with is just fucking. I've never thought to see so many. I thought it'd be a good summer. I thought it'd be a fair bit of dough spent, but I never thought not far of 500 mil. But also, Rick, Liverpool can do these things more often than not. I'm not saying they're going to do it all the time because I know people were moaning about comments made during the week. James Pearce or something saying it's not going to be a reoccurring thing, which is true, lads. You don't want to see Liverpool do that all the time. If Liverpool have to do that again next year, we'll be going, well, what a shit season that was. If they've got to spend something like that again, it tells you it hasn't gone to plan. But no question marks over Liverpool this year, lads. Liverpool are going to be all right this year.
Yeah, I mean the James Pearce stuff. Well, I mean, if Liverpool are spending that sort of money every summer, obviously the recruitment's wrong.
Exactly. You'd expect the players not to be doing good, wouldn't you?
Like you don't want to be Man United every summer where they're splashing cash and none of them turn out to be any decent. But yeah, so obviously results yesterday. To be fair, the football was quite shit yesterday, wasn't it? It was like there was 0-0s, it was like 1-0, and then I think the only decent game of the weekend was we had the Spurs West Ham game was a decent game, and the Chelsea Brentford. The rest was shit. But yeah, obviously we're back today, 2:00 kickoff, early doors. Away to Burnley, who we've had some tough games there recently, like in recent times when they've been in the Prem under Sean Dyche. Obviously Scott Parker's now in charge of them. The last time we played the Scott Parker team, we won 9-0, and then he got sacked from Bournemouth. How can you see it going today? Do you think Liverpool pick up from before the international break and continue to run, or do you think it'll be a slow start?
It's a difficult one to say, isn't it? Because look, I wouldn't be expecting an immaculate performance as in 5-star football. The lads have all been away, haven't they? And even Ekatike was his first goal for fucking France as well. Even though it was a little thing, it's all the travelling, lads, isn't it? And you've got to remember, if Liverpool are a new side, I know we don't think we are, but we've got a lot of players that are new. And as we know, we've got a massive target on our back. So it's Burnley's cup final in it. So you'd always like an home game. But I mean, look, I expect the 3 points. I do. Of course you do. But I think it could be just one of them games, lads. It could be frustrating. I don't know. I'm hopefully playing devil's advocate and Liverpool just absolutely swat them. But we know how it goes, lads, don't we? But I just look at the squad we've got, lads, and the players, Florian Wirtz, Isak's there. I could go on and on. That's without even mentioning the Van Dijks and Mo Salahs, lads. The player really though, who should be getting a lot of credit, and I've fucking hammered him, a few times because he winds me up. There's no doubt in the quality, but he has his little moments of brain farts, doesn't he? And Szoboszlai, but he's been fucking unbelievable in the last few games.
Before we touch up on more Liverpool and Szoboszlai, I just want to pick up on Burnley a little bit. They obviously massive clean sheet record last season in the Championship. Obviously, it's a step up now in the Prem. Just looking at some of the players they've brought in, Dubravka in goal. They've brought in from Newcastle. They've also got Kyle Walker at right back from City. They've got Hardman, the left back from Holland. There's some of the bigger names. They obviously signed the kid from Chelsea. I'm not even going to butcher the kid's name. I know his first name is Leslie, but I'm not going to butcher the last name. They've obviously still got a good player in Josh Cullen still there. They to be fair, one signing did shock me though for Burnley. They signed Florentino Luis from Benfica, the DM.
That's a good signing. That
on loan, yeah. That was. Let's be honest, he's been linked with Liverpool for years. In the DM position from there.
He's been linked with, the United and all that as well.
Yeah. So he see what he's about if he gets a start. They've obviously still got Ashley Barnes there, and Jadon Anthony, but that's pretty much them. They've obviously picked up 3 points this season, sitting 17th in the Prem. Maybe the position in the table don't do their squad a little bit of justice, but
yeah.
Like you said, it's a big game, and going back to Liverpool, Szoboszlai. Do you see Szoboszlai playing right back, or do you think he'll go into more favourable position in midfield? Because obviously Curtis Jones is now out, which no one really knew until Slot mentioned it in the press conference. Jones has had a decent start to the season, do you think? And it just seems every time he has a decent run of games, he picks up an injury.
Yeah, it's just football, lads, isn't it? It's one of them. The thing is, with Jones being in and out the side, when he does get minutes, you can be prone to knocks. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not playing frequently enough. It's going to be interesting. You mentioned Szoboszlai. I just want to bring this up, Rick, because obviously it's linked. I've been busy in the last few days, as you know, Rick. Whatever. But I keep seeing this Macca stuff. Have I missed anything?
No, so obviously he didn't really have a big pre-season with us.
So that's what it's linked to, yeah.
Yeah, so, and he went away, I think they played Bolivia.
I seen he was fucking scrapping with someone.
Yeah, that was in Capi when he was, they played Ecuador as well, but I think it was the Bolivia game, a lot of players struggle away to Bolivia because it's up in the mountains, I believe.
Yeah, the altitude,
yeah. So it's quite hard for players, and someone that ain't had a full pre-season who ain't match fit completely in Macca, and they banged him on for 90 minutes as well. I could see him being left out today, if I'm honest.
Essentially, given a rest, that was something that Klopp would do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He gives the South Americans a rest, didn't he, Klopp, all the time?
Yeah, they fucking come the furthest, don't they, from these games? And
they always come back late as well. They always come back the latest.
That's what it is. It was the same with Diaz. His worst games were always after the international breaks. Well, on the basis of that, Rick, I'd say probably the best idea then is probably go Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, and put Conor Bradley or Frimpong right back. Yeah,
because if you're going off the post Liverpool put out this morning, the match day picture, it had Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and it had Conor Bradley on. So I assume Conor Bradley's on the start if he's on the poster for that.
Conor Bradley's
put something that ain't going to start.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah. The thing is today, if you're going to play Szoboszlai right back and you're not going to play Macca, you bring an Enzo in and stuff like that. And I don't know if people want that. I don't mind Enzo playing, to be honest, but I mean, you've still got to have your fluid players being in the middle. So on the basis of that, Rick, Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, in the cup game, it was Macca and fucking Szoboszlai?
In what game? The Palace game was Gravenberch was suspended. No, Gravenberch went suspended, but he had the kid, didn't he? So it was McAllister and Szoboszlai.
That's what I mean. I thought to do with two trying to do the similar thing. That midfield today should be sound with Florian Wirtz. It should be. You've got Gravenberch's power. You should be able to let Szoboszlai go and get around the pitch then. When we had it with Macca, they both wanted to fucking do the same thing, and we just
similar.
Too similar, kept getting cut through the middle. So could be, lads, to be honest, it's so hard for the manager to pick the team at the minute. I'm open for all options, lads. At the end of the day, if we win, we win.
Yeah, and talking about options, I see Ekitike's interview midweek when they asked him about the arrival of Isak. What does that mean for him? Mate, the boy just oozes confidence. I mean, he said that you'd want someone of Isak's quality in your team, regardless of if he plays the same position as you, but he backs himself to start in games to be picked. I still maintain both of them will play in the same team. Once Isak's both fully fit, him and Ekitike will play in the same team. It will be Ekitike. Yeah, it will be Ekitike and Gakpo fighting for that last space because Salah and Isak will guarantee to start. But Slot said in his press conference, he don't expect to see Isak for 90 minutes in the next couple of games, which is fair enough. Even the Sweden guy only give Isak, 20 minutes against Kosovo in the second game?
Well, he may be fit, Rick, but match fit's different.
Match fit is different, yeah. Especially in the Prem.
Especially for Liverpool. Because, lads, look how good you've got to be to play. So you've got to be up to scratch. And because the team's new as well, lad, you can't just throw them right in. You know, I see the Bavarian, if I'm saying that right, Bavarian cop, I'd say, see Isak maybe get 15, 20 minutes in the second half, or do we leave him out now till his fitness up? Won't be left out. He'll play at some point. Because Rick, I don't know if you agree, but I think today, 15, 20 at the end, and then I'd start him against Atletico and bring him off just at half time. And then get him fucking ready. The manager's priority will be getting him ready now.
Yeah,
Real Madrid and all that aren't far.
I think the Isak minutes today depends what the scoreline is.
You don't have to bring him on. But to be honest, Rick, I think the manager probably has to bring him on, doesn't he?
You need to get him. Listen, what better way to build him up to the derby against Everton next weekend? With
their heads must be
getting 20. Say he gets 20 minutes in, and then you play him. I don't know, maybe 50, 55 minutes against Atletico, or he gets another half hour. Comes on against Everton, and he ain't got to finish that game. He can start the game and then come off, I don't know, 60, 65 minutes, depending on what the scoreline is in that game as well.
And look, just before we move on, I love what Slot did though, lad. He told the fans, before you fucking dive at me fucking throat, just calm down. Do you know what I mean? Calm the fuck down. Because I think that's going off the back of when he brought Frimpong off. You know, because he had a little knock.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck's he brought him off? I thought it was at the Bournemouth game. I can't remember.
The Bournemouth one, he brought him off and he brought Endo one, didn't he? And played him right back.
He went right back. Yeah, the manager's he's calm in expectation. People think he should start 90 minutes every week. It's not going to happen.
Have you seen any of the social media stuff Liverpool put out with Isak in training with the under-21s?
Fucking hell.
I feel sorry for that. Like, the kid was wanted, like that Wellington Lucky it was. He's wanted by Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, City.
Who was it? Lucky?
Yeah, like he's wanted all by these big teams. Mate, there was one part where he got put on his ass, and I thought, oh, fucking hell, the kid's only 19, and you put all this out. He ain't gonna be wanted by all these big teams no more. Looking at that, but I mean that's
different level of football of it.
Level. And do you see the third kit release, the video?
Him at the end.
Good. Yeah, it was good. They added that at the end. I thought that was good, but Salah needs a big game, I think.
Yeah, do you know what I think with Mo is? I think he's also getting used to this new style. It's changed, Rick, with the personnel on it. We're so used to going out wide.
Yeah,
Salah. I think this year we're going through the middle more. You know, we've brought that fucking. We will remember we'd always go down the side with Trent, and Trent would find that ball down the sides for fucking Mo. We're not really playing like that. We're going through the middle, aren't we? You know, they're looking to get Wirtz on the ball a lot, and Mo's just going to have to bide his time with it. You know, he's an older player, so he's got to fucking. You know, it might take him a little bit of time getting up to the speed of the new young fucking players. I've no doubt Mo will do well. Look, he hasn't started great, has he? But mate, if we're still having to rely on Mo Salah to be great to win games, then we're going to have an issue.
So, as well as Mo Salah, what have you made of Wirtz so far this season? Because he's come under a lot of criticism by pundits, ex-football players. But I thought in that second half against Arsenal, he started to see a little bit of the quality that he's got. And let's be honest, the first 3 games that were played are very tough games. Bournemouth at home, the first game after the Jota situation in the summer, and the whole emotional side around that with the crowd, the fans, the players. You see Mo Salah at the end of that game crying. You then had the Newcastle game, where it was the fucking the whole thing with Isak. Yeah, it was like into these all week. It was into these. You had the co-owner of Newcastle tweeting then deleting because he's a pussy. Into these as well.
15 minutes before kickoff, we've got meetings with Isak and his house and all that shit.
And then obviously Joelinton went off injured.
I think they're all midfield, weren't they?
Then you had Wirtz in that game, so that was a tough environment and the atmosphere. And then
you
had
from what I can remember, we're in the way ends, we're fucking so high up, lads, in the clouds. You know what I mean? But at times he did well. But you are right. He's gone in. Like the first one, shouldn't be a tough game. They're a good little side, Bournemouth. But one thing's for sure is that it's the first game. It can go either way, can't it? You just don't know how. Us at Anfield as well. We're anticipating a massive win. Doesn't always happen, does it?
Bournemouth obviously had their best start in the Premier League history. Again, they beat Spurs. They've only lost to us. They've won every other game. Only lost to us this season so far in the 4 games. Obviously having their back 4 ripped apart, but that's that game. Then you've got Wirtz going against Arsenal at Anfield. Another tough game. Probably our closest rivals this season, I think, in Arsenal. Probably got the best defensive structure and record in the Premier League for the last couple of seasons. So it's going to be a tough game for Wirtz in that game as well. But I think this could be the game where Wirtz gets unlocked away to Burnley. I just think his quality will shine through today, and hopefully gets an assist or a goal, because I think once that first goal goes in for him, or that first assist in the Prem, that will boost his confidence up a little bit. Because I do think, like the German guy for Newcastle yesterday, the physicality and the pace of the Prem, like he suffered cramp yesterday that he ain't never experienced in the Bundesliga, and it's the same with Wirtz. So it's going to take a while. We can't.
Wirtz, if he was playing for anyone else, they wouldn't be scrutinising him as he is playing for Liverpool.
No,
forget about the fee. It's fucking, it's Liverpool. They want him to fucking fail, don't they? I think what you are right though. In the second half of Arsenal, I thought he was fucking brilliant. Yeah, he took this ball out of the air from that fucking time.
Yeah. I was
like, oh my god, lads, fucking hell. Do you know what? It's little things like that, right? You don't have to have him playing 90 minutes sublime. But if you see little quality bits like that, there's a serious player in there. And there's been little things, lad. One thing I think he's the best at doing in our team is that little flicking his leg around and getting that ball fucking whipped out wide. The teams where he's probably let himself down a notch because he's new in the side is just the fucking space on the pitch, is learning where to be for the Liverpool team. It's a new system, a new team for him. But my God, he's done some fucking sick things, lad. When he's up to speed, I'd imagine he's not far off from coming out of his shell, to be honest. He's had an international, but he scored a fucking wonder free kick as well, didn't he? I don't know why people are worried, lads. Fucking hell. If you're not getting excited by what you've seen in the second half to Arsenal could not get near him, lads. He scores as well.
There's one still image of Wirtz turning Rice, and you just see Rice on the turn around. Yeah. And I think the link-up play between Wirtz and Ekitike is more or less there already. You see with the 1-2-1 touches with each other. I'd just like to see Salah get Wirtz more involved, because we know once Salah gets the ball, he likes to cut inside and have a shot, doesn't he? But I'd like him to find Wirtz in them little pockets so that he can move the ball.
New thing for them all, isn't it?
Salah said that he's still adjusting to how these movements play.
You think we're used to playing? Mo's so used to playing a flat midfield 3. Yeah. Now he's playing with someone just behind the front line and getting used to go. Mo's so used to going for either going at it himself or that little whip to the back post. Do you know what he takes behind Gakpo and all that over the years? Sazio over the years. But now he's like cutting back. He's got to learn to cut back to where to go and find them fucking things. But mate, Liverpool's front line is just a joke.
I think there is one other player that I think deserves a little bit of credit after the start he had, Kirkes. Against Arsenal, I think.
Against Arsenal.
Like you seen Madueke yesterday absolutely annihilate that Forest fullback. And he didn't get a sniff out of Kirkes last week. Kirkes, I think he left Kirkers behind once, but Kirkers got back to recover and block it out for a corner. But he's an exciting player, Kirkers, once he gets used to the system, because it is a different system again from what he played at Bournemouth. It's not the same system.
Just Liverpool and Bournemouth for two different
that's it. And once he gets his feet on the ground, does what he does best. There was a reason why he was the best fullback in the Prem last season, so I expect him to crack on as well.
He showed some very good things as well. Lads, in the first game for him, even in the Newcastle game, it was so up and down that game, Mick, because of what was at stake. It was like the Merseyside derby, lads, up there. I was there. It was like a fucking war zone, lads. Do you know what I mean? And in the second half, like for instance, in that game, Liverpool were outstanding early on, and then it just fucking turned on its head, didn't it? But that Arsenal game, mate, he showed why Liverpool spent the money on him, because he was fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Another player I want to touch on, Konate. Obviously looked ropey in the first two games. Done very well, I think, against Arsenal.
Yeah, he did,
Much improved. But he's another player that looks like things are weighing him down a little bit, the whole Real Madrid talk. What do you think happens on that? Are you still confident he stays, or do you think he moves on?
To be honest, lad, similar things that I said with the Trent. I'd like him to stay, but I'm not asked if he does or not, lads. If you want to go, I'll open the door for you myself. If you think there's so much more better, I'm not being funny, lads. You're just going to find out who's better, Liverpool or Real Madrid, very soon, lads. Liverpool will twat Real Madrid. Because by then, Liverpool will be more in the zone with, and Liverpool will fucking, we got that little fucking rat out there as well. He's going to find out the hard way, innit? What is the chances, lads? What is that we get them at Anfield?
No. He got benched yesterday, didn't he, at Real Madrid? Because
it's all part of the plan, so he doesn't have to play there.
Yeah. But do you know why I'm looking forward to? I know it's a couple of games away, the Southampton Cup game, that Leone getting a chance at cinema. Because did you see the quotes this week from, is it from Maldini and Nesta? So they're quite close still with AC Milan. And AC Milan sold that Malik 4 to Newcastle for, I think, 43 million euro. And they told Milan's recruitment team, go get this kid. He's only worth, he's available for 30 million euro. Yeah. You're selling him, making a profit on him, and go get him. And they said when they saw the news that he was coming to Liverpool, they just couldn't believe Milan just sat there and let it happen. Because let's be honest,
it didn't usually happen.
No, if Milan did bid for him and matched our bid for the kid, he's going Milan.
I love that fucking Italian shit.
These Italian players don't want to leave Italy and to play for AC Milan.
Being there, lad, it's fucking heavy.
And listen, he chose to come to us, but I'm excited to see him get some minutes because obviously he got called up.
Do you know what? You just touched up on there. I just want to say before we move on, you have to give him major credit because 100%. He might have. This is what I feel like twatting some people when they talk about Wirtz. Lads, Wirtz had the opportunity to be in a comfort zone, mollycoddled by fucking Germans, playing for Bayern Munich, having it easy. He went, nah, I'm going to the best league. I'm going to be in Liverpool's team, major spotlight. And that's the same with that kid. He didn't have to go and fucking take him.
No.
That's a massive risk for him, lads. If he fucking does shit, which I don't expect he will. Liverpool is so good at finding players, certainly young ones. It's a big risk. He's now currently gone from playing to not playing. So, like you've just said, that game there, big game for him, isn't it, coming up?
Yeah, I mean, he got called up to international duty for Italy. I see people moaning that he got selected and not picked in the squad both match days. But I'd rather him be training with top professionals, top talents in the Italian team than training in the under-21s. Do
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He went with Ekitike. Yeah. Being around Mbappe and all that shit, that's what he doesn't look fucking phased in.
No.
He just doesn't give a shit, does he?
Mate, you see in these interviews the way he talks, like the confidence he has in his ability. Like, I mean, mate, he like we talk about Isak as a killer. This kid could be a killer in a few years' time. Like learning under Isak. Yeah, he's only going to get better.
This is what I mean. This is the beauty of it, though, Rick. Isak has got to fucking make sure he performs, lads.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. Do you know what's fucking great, lads? We used to find our way by going down the sides, and like we just said there, Liverpool going down the middle now. We've always been a winger team, haven't we? You know, Mane, Diaz, Salah, fucking. Now we've gone with the number 9s instead.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, someone put there, Ekitike could push Isak on the left. I can't see that, if I'm honest. I think Isak's down the middle, but and you got
as
one
long
there.
as Ekitike is on the pitch when he gets his chances, you know, once he's fully up to scratch, that he'll be happy with that. Because, lads, one thing I've noticed about Ekitike, lads, he's a player that doesn't need to be nailed down to a set position. He floats and shit, lads. Do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me a bit like Drogba, where he just goes, I'll go and battle him. He likes causing shit, lad. At Newcastle, lad, he was winding them up.
Yeah, like if you look at Liverpool's team, like, who is the last number 9 that is stayed as a number 9 and not come out wide, come deeper? Because Bobby did it. Suarez, to an extent, did it.
I just see Isak out there at one point.
Yeah.
He moved around.
I can't see Salah being left out, not with the wages he's on. You can't have him sitting on the bench. Basically, you say it'd be interesting when Salah goes AFCON, though, how we shape up. Do we change formation, or do we stick with the same formation and play different personnel in them positions? Because I think once Salah goes AFCON, I think you'll see Ekitike and Isak on the same pitch a lot during them games.
See the front line with Gakpo.
Yeah. Gakpo's another one that's in decent form, I think.
This is the sad reality of it, lad. People just look past Gakpo as if he's not even there. He's a fucking top player, and you know, he really is. He's just
new deal.
He hasn't got that get you off your seat factor like Diaz did.
Yeah,
the only problem.
Yeah, and I do think Diaz is more. His all-round game is better than Gakpo's defensive side of it, because he covered a lot for Robbo. Diaz, like coming back, tracking back. I think that's where Kirk has struggled a little bit in the first 2 games, maybe.
Getting used to that, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Gakpo Kirk's relationship needs to so once that's
it's why they've got to keep it set for a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you can't keep changing personnel because you'll never get a relationship there between the 2 players.
That's why I think what you've just said there is why the manager said what he did. Don't be giving me the headaches that I have to play him immediately. We bought him for fucking 6 years. We'll work it out as we go on. But he's got to remember, you can't just change it straight away. We've got a new left back who's getting fucking used to everything around him as well. Got to keep it set for a bit. And do you know what? The one thing that you've just mentioned there, I think Diaz had a better all round because he could do a lot of things. But Gakpo in front of goal is a better player. Yeah,
mate, Gakpo's like, he's got that, you know, with that Robin thing where he was cut inside and slot in and you can't stop it. Gakpo's done that a few times. He cuts in off that left-hand side and just buries one in the corner. But people criticising Liverpool's defensive issues that were leaking goals. There's 2 out of 4 new players in that back line. So it's like I get Frimpong plays for Holland with Van Dijk, so they should be a little bit used to each other.
Yeah.
But Konate's now not having to do 2-man job. So he's going to have to get used to just doing what he does instead of worrying about what the right back's doing. But once they play more with each other, get used to each other in training, the set-up, it'll all come together nicely, because on paper, this is the best 11 I think I've ever seen Liverpool have. Like, in terms of all-round quality, like, you've had your Gerrard, Mascherano, Alonso, midfield
position, you mean?
Yeah, but I just think in every position on that pitch, it's now the best I think we've ever had.
It's fucking, you could say squad, couldn't you, when they're all fucking ready to go?
Because even, like, our bench is, when everyone's fit, the bench looks strong.
But with everyone's fit right now, Rick, who starts? It's fucking so hard to pick.
Yeah, I know my preferred 11 when everyone's fit, but
Isak everywhere.
Yeah, but we'll leave that for another show with the best. We'll do like a show with the best 11.
Well, you get what I mean, don't you? Like,
yeah.
We're talking here. Szoboszlai was fucking unbelievable at right back.
Man, if Jones was fit, I'd keep Szoboszlai right back. Why change it?
He showed some fucking big signs, didn't he? The problem that I have, right? He's pissed me off a few times, Tom, but I know he's got major quality, and he's only 23, 24 or whatever he is. the thing is, I just don't know if he's a diehard centre midfielder because he likes to dilly-dally on the ball. Whereas when he's out there, he can use them fucking long legs getting up and down. And that's why I think he was so dominant against Arsenal. You know, if Mac is fit today, you could see him fucking go out there and make a change, you know, with Frimpong. Because I can't see Frimpong starting.
No.
I'd be shocked if he did, not after just coming back. But lads, this is why people pay the big money for the players that we brought in. You think about me, you know, John wasn't cheap, was he? You know, so Liverpool have just got world-class players everywhere, lads.
And I just want to quickly touch on some contracts, not player-wise. You've got Slot, Edwards, and Hughes, all got 2 years left. Who's the priority one out of three to sign first?
Who did you say? Sorry,
Slot, Edwards, and Hughes, all out contract 2 years.
I think the priority right now is the manager, personally. But I get what you mean. Michael Edwards is, you know, the fucking main dog at Liverpool, and however, I think they're all as important as each other, to be honest. You take one of them out, it fucks up, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like the spine of your footy team, lads, isn't it? You take one of them out of it, they're all... I get where people are saying Michael Edwards, I do, I understand it. But then the rumour is they're all supposed to be close to something deal at Liverpool. I think they're all so important in many ways. You know, what Richard Hughes has done this summer, lads, is fucking... You know, people diss them. I know we've had our chats, Rick.
Yeah.
I understand people were a bit impatient with him. It's football and people are patient. But mate, he's come in, he's chose the manager. He chose the manager. Let's make no mistake about it. This was Richard Hughes. You know, the back end support, the contracts, Rick. Fucking hell, we had Trent, Salah and Van Dijk coming out of contract. We got the two big ones done. I'm not arsed now about Trent. I really couldn't give two fucks about him, little prick. And then the sales we've done this summer. We all talk about the purchases, pardon me, the sales that Liverpool have done and the little loans and shit like that. Fucking hell. You know, spent a lot of money, Rick, but we fucking brought in like record figures.
Yeah, because I see, did you see the interview with Paul Ghost? I think it was on Redmen about Kwanzaa.
I've a few things the last few days.
So Liverpool have agreed Kwanzaa's new contract at Liverpool if he signs. So that deal's done. Yeah, if he comes back, the deal's done. Like there's no once we bid that.
He must have had a storm there.
That's what it said. Yeah. So like once we bid, there's no negotiations with him after the deal's done. Isn't it
like 60 mil or something?
So like they're saying if he's had a massive upgrade from what he is now, the money that he'll be on will be a lot more than what he was on before. So that they seem to think it's going to happen. Paul
that's positive because you know the good thing is, in fair play to Kwanzaa, you know he chose a good move. Liverpool chose that move for him 100%.
Yeah,
chose a club that Champions League, got good players there. You know they've got a good relationship with them as well. Obviously, Leverkusen now, haven't they? Don't be surprised if you see more players go there and vice versa. You know they've got a few good talents themselves, as we know. We took two of them. But I think with Kwanzaa, lad, one thing that fucked me off with him was his failure to understand how to deal with a mistake. I'm sure people in the comments would probably agree with me. You know, I was at Old Trafford in the cup game and he was just fucking doing my head in, making little mistakes. And he'd done it in the league game, Klopp's last season. You know, fucking booted the ball to fucking Fernandes, didn't he? And I think that was because he wasn't playing all the time. So him now going there, being one of the main defenders, can only be a benefit. Good luck to him, lads. Good luck to him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they sacked their manager after 2 games or 3 games, whatever it was, in Ten Hag.
Fucking gone, hasn't
he? Yeah, 3 games, I think he's there, or 2 games. Sound political behind the scenes. He wanted to be a manager, not a coach.
Yeah, they must have said you're fucking shite.
Fucking, he wanted Anthony and Leverkusen were like, no, you need to go, mate.
You're fucking, see you later, lads.
But before we wrap it up, team selection, what would your 11 be today?
Do you know what, you do yours first?
Mine, yeah. So I'm
just trying to think who's fucking available, lads.
Ali, going off of what I think it'll be, Ali, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Kirkes, so Bosley, Gravenberch, Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah.
Yeah, I think you're on the money there. Did you say Kirkers left back? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best team to pick right now, isn't it? Depending on McAllister and how he is. But as I say, Rick, there's no need to force anyone because look, they're there on the bench. If they need to come in, which probably will. Don't be surprised you see Endo and shit come in and a little rotation. But it's a great week. There's enough games now. Three games from now until Saturday. So it's going to be very important this week, lads. And by the end of the week, lads, you'll have a fully fit, ready to go Alexander Isak.
Score prediction.
I'm going to say 3-0 Liverpool. Alexander Isak scores when he comes on.
I was going to 3-0 as well. So, yeah. Isak will come on. I think he'll come on. If he gets 20, 25 minutes, I think he'll come on and score. So I think we'll just create that amount of chances for him.
Because I've been busy, I'm out of it. Is Jones the only one injured?
Jones is the only one injured. Everyone's back. He was the only one.
Lads, do you know what? This is all down to Arne Slot, this and his routine of training, the way they do it. They don't do as intense. Fucking everyone else, they're all falling down. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what this is. Look at that bench. Serious bench, that. Serious bench. Fucking Isak on the bench. That's how good we are, lad. He's on the bench.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, mad, mate. But, well, I think we'll wrap it there. We'll be back tomorrow with the review of the game. We'll do a show for that.
I want to do a show as well this week. Let's go and review the fucking signings. We've had a few games now.
Yeah.
And we'll do a show this week because I'm sure maybe we'll do it after the Atletico game because I think he's going to start him in that game, personally. I think it's a good game. If he gets 15-20 today, I think starting him against Atletico for a half or something is a fucking great.
Yeah, before the derby, especially for that game.
Before the derby, exactly. Two home games on the back-to-back in it, so...
Yeah, hopefully get a win today and then we move on to Atletico. But yeah, we'll wrap it there, Reds. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on the way out. Yeah. And we will see you tomorrow for a new show. Stay safe in the Wolf.